Hello everybody, my name is Anju Esther Balakrishnan. I'm a legal intern of LEXIS and Company, and today I'm going to talk about trespass against property. So, in one of my previous videos where I talked about trespass against person, I defined what trespass is, which I will be repeating in this video. But then if you have not seen that video, please press the like and subscribe button of this channel in order to get law related videos. In order to see the older videos, please check the older videos, because you'll be able to view a lot of law videos or law related topics, or you'll be able to understand law related topics done by the different interns in the company. So let's go back to our topic. Trespass. Trespass is defined as a deliberate or an unjustifiable interference with one person's property or his body. So basically, any sort of deliberate or unjustifiable interference with a person or himself or with his property. And intention has to be proved, because intention is considered to be one of the most fundamental elements of trespass. That means a harm should be done with the purpose, with a purpose, or the trespass should be done with the purpose of causing injury and harm. There are two kinds of trespass against property. Trespass against movable property. Movable property means goods, items such as goods, and trespass against immovable property. That means trespass against land. So trespass against movable property is basically the act of unlawfully or forcibly tampering with another person's goods. Basically, you unlawfully tamper or forcibly tamper with a person's goods and cause damage or harm to the person. This differs, trespass of goods differs from trespass of immovable property, that is land, because in cases of trespass to goods, we do not need an unlawful intention or ignorance. Basically, a challenge to the ownership of goods is conversion. When you challenge the ownership of goods, conversion. It's not the same as trespass. Trespass is when you unlawfully tamper, when you unlawfully, destroy or invade a person's property or their goods, to be more specific. It's not when you challenge the ownership. So this is the difference between conversion and trespass to goods. And in trespass to goods, we do not need an unlawful intent or ignorance. So trespass against immovable property, land can be defined as not only the surface or any buildings on it, but also the airspace as well as the subsoil, insofar as these are invested in the plaintiff. The action of trespass to land penalizing direct interference with other people's land. So basically, land is not only the land that you see in the buildings, but it's basically the subsoil as well as the airspace. And if you trespass a person's property, you will be penalized. Basically, when it comes to trespass of land, the court must be convinced that the entry was made with an intention to cause irritation, intimidation, or insult. It should be proved in front of the court, and the court must evaluate all the relevant facts, including the presence of awareness that such an entry would cause irritation or such an entry would cause harm or intimidation to the other person. It should be proved to the court that the person had the knowledge, the awareness that this would cause harm. And other than that, also the court must keep in mind, in order to check that whether there was any other possibility or likelihood that other than creating intention, there was some other main objective behind the entry. So if the trespasser is in the established possession of a property, no one has the authority to remove him, and he cannot be removed until due process is followed. Basically, the possession that the trespasser has the right to protect against legal order must be established possession that has lasted for a long time and has been accepted by the real owner. A careless act of possession would not have the consequences of interfering with the legal owner's ownership. Basically, it means that if the trespasser is in an established or has an established possession over the property. Now, if you have an established possession over the property, and that is why you have gone to the property, no one has the authority to remove you. Even though if you will be labeled as trespass, no one has the authority to remove you until the due procedure is followed. So, if a property owner loses his absolute right in order to prevent other people from gaining possession over his land, and other people has gained possession over the land, then that person cannot, claim against trespass. The High Court of Bombay decided in a case that legitimate owner who evacuates or evicts somebody from their property cannot be considered trespasser. If you are the owner of a property and there's someone residing in your property, you gave the property for rent and you have decided to stay until that person leaves your property, you would not be considered a trespasser. That would not be considered trespass because it is your property, you have the right to do so. However, there are some factors that has to be determined by the court while they determine trespass. The first one is that the nature and characteristics of the trespass must be determined. The nature of the protected property must be understood. The amount and substantiality of the trespass and the impact of the trespass on the owner's property must be determined. These four elements must be determined in order to understand for the court to determine trespass. So this is what trespass of property is. It's trespass of property might sound as an easy subject, but quite a little bit complicated, and it's a topic that has to be understood and it has to be studied in order to understand it in a better manner. I hope that you can understand my explanation, or you can have a little bit of understanding as what trespass against property is. If you understood and like the video, please press the like and subscribe button. Thank you for visiting our channel. I hope that you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you for your time and your understanding. Thank you.